they're supposedly haunted.
Is this a legit bridge? Only one way to find out. Okay, I'm gonna try it.
Hey Peculiars, it's me, Amanda, the Peculiar Brunette, and I've had some pretty giant changes happen to me this year. So I thought I'd share why we decided to uproot our entire lives and try living life on our own terms in a travel trailer. Let's jump in. So I fell in love with my husband when I was 19 years old, and I immediately started questioning why our society works the way that it does. It just seemed to me like everyone was trying to find love, and then the minute you find it, you spend all your time away from that person at a job you hate. This just didn't make sense to me. For years, I had goals and vision boards that included a little bit of land with a small house on it. Basically, somewhere that we could just garden and read, spend our time together, work from home, and hang out with our cats. Yet every year, this was what I was going for, and it just seemed like this pretty simple dream was just getting harder and harder to reach. I'm not really someone who enjoys taking risks, but by 2023, we'd had enough. We decided we wanted to chase joy instead. By selling our home, we could be debt-free, focus on growing our businesses, and allow ourselves the time and space that we needed to heal. By traveling around in an RV, we could have our home with us while we looked for land and decided exactly where we wanted to live. By April, we'd bought a truck and trailer, and we were pretty much on schedule to list our home for sale in May. However, at that point, we lost our cat, Oz. It was very unexpected, and we really didn't get much explanation as to what had happened, and he was only 5 years old. It was very difficult. The grief was almost unbearable. His brother, Geyser, had only lived in that house his whole life, and he's a very anxious cat. Combined with the loss of his brother, it was just a very, very difficult time for us. After a lot of consideration, especially considering we were moving into a travel trailer full time, we did decide to get another kitten, just to kind of bring some joy to our hearts, because honestly, we needed it at that moment. Renfield has a lot of personality, and Geyser does not always enjoy his energy, but they definitely do get along. They love each other and snuggle and stuff, and I have a really great video of them meeting, and we've definitely been learning a lot about orange cat energy, for sure. The house closed on June 6th, and our first stop took us to Grace, Idaho, where my husband grew up. Population 938, so it's definitely a small Idaho town. We basically started creating new routines, including weekly trips to the laundromat and just getting settled into trailer life. As we explored Grace, it was incredibly special to see some of the places my husband has talked about for years. Just walking around the small farm town was so fun. Plus, we went on a little forest picnic drive, and I got to see silkworms for the first time. In case you didn't know, Idaho has many geothermal springs. My husband took me to the local city park called Hooper Springs, which has naturally occurring soda water. And we even had a mother and son that were there, and they brought some Crystal Light packs to put into their soda water, which is freaking genius. I wish I'd have thought of that.
How's it taste?
Here, try it.
It doesn't look promising.
It's actually just minerally kind of.
Like, describe it.
It's carbonated water, but it's kind of a little minerally.
Okay, I'm gonna try it. It's like kind of irony.
Kind of irony.
It's not like,
Which accounts for all the orange over here in the water.
I can taste the carbonation too, but it's not as much as I would have thought.
I was most excited to see the Flume because my husband has told me so many stories about swimming there as a kid. But honestly, I really wasn't expecting it to be as big as it was.
So basically, you jump in right here, and then boom, off you go, and the water carries you all the way down through the flume. I don't know how far that is. And to the other side. And when you come out the other side of this thing,
Yeah.
there's like a rope and kind of a board that you can kind of surfboard on,
Yeah.
kneeboard on, or pull yourself out of the water. And then you climb up and you walk back across these wooden planks.
That's
and
insane.
Across the thing back to here, where you jump in again and repeat.
Oh my god. These people walk on those wooden planks through
on
there?
Those wooden planks.
Oh my god, so unsafe.
We celebrated summer solstice by being some of the first guests at Lava Hot Springs, which is a natural geothermal spring that ranges from about 102 to 112 degrees Fahrenheit. It was such a lovely place. We had such a good time, although I do think we stayed for a little bit too long because we were a little bit lightheaded when we left. Later, I got to see Geyser Park in Soda Springs, which shoots 70 feet of mineral water into the air. Apparently, it was discovered back in 1937 when they were digging to try to build a bathhouse. According to the city of Soda Springs, they received a telegram from the Secretary of the Interior asking them to turn the geyser off because it is throwing the world-famous Old Faithful geyser off schedule. So now it's set on a timer to go off once every hour. Before we left, my brother-in-law Kevin put together an epic Warhammer game for us. It was my first time playing and I had a blast.
The back drops and here we go. Firing squad! I don't know though, against Terminators. Let's do the big guns first and see how demoralized the rest of the guys are as I gotta just fire laser rifles. Okay. Squad activated. Done!
That's not good.
That's not good.
My husband and I have a deep fondness for Western Washington. So by July, we knew we needed to head over there and start looking for some land. But first, we stopped back in Boise to see family and just hang out with them for a bit. It was over 100 degrees outside. And so my sister and her husband took us out on their boat for the day so that we could swim, talk, and just have a good time. And I'll tell you, they had some serious surfing skills. I'll be honest, road trip days are not the most fun because it can be kind of chaotic moving your home from place to place, but we do our best to have fun and take it slow.
Waiting at the
Mount Rainier.
Yeah.
Waiting to go down the mountain. And Mount
Road
Rainier's in
construction.
the far distance.
Hold on, let's see if I can get it.
Yeah, get me out of this chop.
We settled for 2 months at a cute little RV park in Hoodsport, which was right off of the Hood Canal. We went on walks down to the docks every night and we saw a ton of animals, including a bald eagle and some sea otters who just caught a fish and were eating it on the rocks right in front of us. Many people told me to check out the Staircase Trailhead, which was a pretty easy 2-mile hike. It was freaking gorgeous, and I cannot recommend it enough. Honestly, my videos just don't do it justice. Finally, by early September, Renfield was old enough to get neutered. Thank God. So we took him to this really awesome vet who said it would take about 4 hours. So we decided with our free time, we would go and check out one of our all-time favorite places, Port Townsend. We've been going to this cute Victorian town for over a decade. And honestly, if I found something there in our price range, I would snap it up in a heartbeat. I highly recommend checking out the historical park, Fort Worden. It was created by the U.S. Army to protect the Puget Sound from invasion by sea. So there's a lighthouse and a bunch of really cool old bunkers there that are supposedly haunted. Plus, they filmed Officer and a Gentleman there.
This is what I love about Fort Worden.
We wrapped up our day by eating some delicious pad thai at Banana Leaf, and then they called us and let us know Renfield was ready to come home. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences on what you do to live more authentically in your life, because I would love some more ideas. In Autumn's vlog, we will explore Tokeland, Long Beach, and Westport off the coast of Washington. Hopefully, we'll find the perfect spot for us. Stay tuned for more adventures on the road. Lots of love to you, and remember, as always, stay peculiar. Good Lord, look at how big this thing is. I was trying to get good scale, but I don't feel like I do it justice. Look at this. It's freaking huge. Fly on my face. But peculiars. Peculiars.
Is it prosciutto or brusciutto? It allowed that time for them to get familiar with the characters, and then this campaign started.
In case you didn't know, okay, I'm gonna try it.
Did you just cut me out because I was weird?
Is this a legit bridge? Only one way to find out.
Okay, here we go.
Hey.
Sorry, did I get your shot?
No.
I was just thinking about how that was my favorite place over there.
I love you.
I love you.
This is what I love about Fort Warden. And this is how the whole universe works, actually.
Pretty cool.